Hello everyone, welcome to the Melancholy Coaching Podcast. I'm Fran, your host and NLP Coach. Join me as I interview inspiring business owners and self-improvement seekers about their experiences whilst delving into personal development, motivation and strategies for overcoming challenges. Let's ignite our creative potential together. Hello and welcome to the Melancholy Coaching Podcast. I'm Fran, your NLP coach, and I'm happy to welcome Evan, a passionate advocate for creativity and storytelling. Evan is a tech enthusiast who loves helping others unlock their creative potential, whether that's through offering training on platforms like Canva or sharing content on YouTube. They believe in making the tech world accessible and fun for everyone. Whether you're just starting your own YouTube channel, podcast, or exploring new ways to express yourself. Evan's mission is to inspire creativity, and I can't wait for you to hear their insights today. Now, I've got a spoiler alert for you. Evan is actually my partner in life and creative projects. I tend to be the one that talks a lot more, and Evan is usually in the background with the tech support. Just for complete transparency, Evan has a slight audio delay. It could be dyspraxia. We're not too sure. So just kind of, a little bit of patience for us today with this podcast. So Evan, hello.
Hello, I'm loving
Hello.
being here.
Amazing. I've got three main questions for us to talk around, and for us to have a chat about, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, amazing.
And we're just going to approach this podcast just quite gently, so that people can get to know us better as a team and you better, individually, or get to know you at all, actually, say better. Um, Mind you, some people listening actually are in our audience already. So thank you very much for that. We appreciate everybody. So since I've been coaching you, you've been part of my journey. So I retrained as a neurolinguistic programming coach, and you've been right there from the early days of me learning how to do it. And then, so you've been part of the evolution of my coaching journey. So
Mm.
since I've been coaching you, what changes in yourself have you noticed? Now, these are going to be to do with your emotional intelligence, your mindset, and how you feel about yourself and the world around you.
Yeah, basically, I think now I've got I don't know I'm not sure what sort of mindset I had before, but I've definitely got a growth mindset now. So that's changed. Definitely, that's shifted. My emotional intelligence has increased, like, definitely, because things that used to affect me and could get quite upset about, don't anymore. So I seem to be able to rise above things more easily. My anxiety's got better because I was carrying I had a lot of anxiety.
Okay,
Uh,
I'm just going to delve into that slightly. So, with the coaching, it's helped you have your own toolkit and your own resources that you can lean into to support yourself. Now, you're actually diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder,
yeah,
um, which I know has been a big challenge for you over the years. And
yeah,
some of your anxiety episodes are quite debilitating.
yeah, no, they can be, and it can catch me unaware. So
Mm.
I'm not always sure, because it could be a build up of things, or it could just be suddenly this a situation's arisen, and it's like that, not expecting it, and then it can become debilitating. But then just the same, I can be sailing along feeling great, and then all of a sudden, I crash. So can never tell with it. You can't predict
Yeah.
it at all.
With the coaching and with delving into the neurolinguistics, it doesn't necessarily mean like it's a cure for all. Now, it doesn't stop the original generalized anxiety disorder. What it allows you to do is have that toolkit to lean into. You have to be in a good resourceful state to remember that it's there and to be able to do it. So you still need a lot of support around your anxiety.
Yeah,
But I think that your the challenge that it gives you on a day-to-day basis is less than it was when we first started doing the coaching sessions.
Yeah, definitely. I've got things that I all pull out, like you say, of the toolkit. I now do daily meditations, which wasn't even a thing for me before, but I absolutely love it. And I do it in the morning, and I do very quick ones that are guided because I've got an app that I use, and it works for me. But just recently, like in the last few days, I'm thinking to myself, I should really build in another meditation, maybe like later on before bedtime. And I haven't managed to do that yet, but it's on my list. So I think even with like the toolkit, it's expanding all the time. I use
Yeah.
journaling. I journal a lot. I journal daily. I journal my gratitude. I know how to set goals now. I didn't even understand what a goal was before. Um, so I think it was like last year I set a massive goal, which was the one about getting a passport and getting out of the country and getting on a plane because I hadn't been on a plane for years. So it was really a sticking point. And I had a lot of anxiety about it and I was stuck. I was a little bit stuck. So I'd kind of gone through the motions of getting the form before and then nothing had happened with it and stuff like that to get the passport. But this time I managed to do it, get the passport, get on the plane and get out of the country.
I
So
remember that being one of our sessions actually, because by the time that nice big juicy goal was set, we then did a process of breaking it all down and just kind of bringing it into smaller chunks for you. And then you had that accountability so that each step you could achieve it. So the achievement is yours. And you did that. It's just the support of having, me as your coach there that just gave you that accountability. So it's amazing to see that transformation because I know that there's a lot more to come as well.
yeah, yeah, definitely,
Like
definitely.
I believe that we're all evolving though. So if we take on, if we adopt a growth mindset and just believe that things are possible and
Yeah,
carry on learning,
yeah,
we can expand our own neural pathways. We can expand our own worlds and our own realities, and that's exactly what you've been doing.
yeah. And it's like we would do big, like you say, that was a big goal, but we also would do smaller goals as well. But now I've noticed like with my day-to-day stuff that I do now, I'm creating my own little goals and writing them down and I'm just doing it like I'm not really thinking, oh, let's sit down and do a goal, I'm like just doing it as I'm doing something else. I'm writing down, oh, now I want to do this, but it's just little things.
Yeah, because
Little-
those habits, you can start habitual practices as routines, and then they just become all part of our unconscious mind. So your unconscious mind kind of steps in and it just flows more seamlessly, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it's amazing. So that's something I've noticed and kind of thought that I'd got to where I was going to be as such. I thought, well, this isn't going to be the end of it, and it's not. And then every time I think, oh, I'm not sure really what I'm aiming for right this second, and then all of a sudden something else happens, and I'm like, oh yeah, now I know now, and it just becomes clearer.
I
So
think it's definitely all part of creating the reality and the version of your life that you're choosing to have.
mhm,
Whereas if you don't even know that that's possible, then you're going to remain stuck.
yeah, 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 that's it.
And it doesn't mean that everything's fantastic all the time or you're getting all of the things that you want, but just slowly things are just coming more into place, aren't they? Because how would you say, with the anxiety aside for one moment, how would you say generally your chosen state is? So your chosen kind of emotional state is, what would that be?
Um, Probably happy. That happy, that happy, relaxed feeling.
Yeah, that's nice.
Like, I think that describes it. I'm trying to think. I can't think of any other words that come straight into my mind, so that must be it. It's kind of that happy chill,
Yeah.
laid back, happy.
Because that's the other thing as well that with some of the coaching that we've done is that you can blend that perfect mixture as such over the emotional states or the ways that you choose to be, and you can blend them together to make your own version of what you want. So that kind of happy, relaxed, and it means that's what it means to you.
Yeah, yeah,
So sometimes it's about identifying it just so that the communication's in there, but it's this the state of mind and the feeling that brings you is unique to you, and you know what that means.
yeah, 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 definitely. And I think that's what I'm trying to create. So, and also, like, I mean, with the whole journey thing, I'm just constantly learning. Like, I'm learning things every day. I've kind of created like my own daily habits, that I like to do. I wasn't reading at one point, and I've managed to get it in that I'm actually reading daily now, and I'm getting through books. I'm not getting through them really, really quickly, but I think I've read one, two, three books this year.
Well, apparently, time's a relative concept, so you can make up your own. So your timeline is your own to deal with. And
Yeah.
there's no there's no
Mm.
kind of judgment for that at all. I'm going to just divulge something to anybody listening, which I know is with permission, because obviously Evan and I are partners, so we know um, what we can speak publicly about. Now, you have a couple of diagnosed medical conditions that bring you into the disability bracket as
Yeah.
such, and that in itself has been quite a long process of trying to work out what it was that was wrong
Yeah.
with your body. And there's a couple of things that's happened, and potentially one of them leads on from the other. So one, you've had a really severe case of I think it was it ulcerative colitis,
With colitis, yeah.
very
Yeah.
severe, that impacted your life for a few years.
Yeah.
And since then, you've more recently been diagnosed with fibromyalgia. So
Mhm.
whether or not one was triggered by the other, because it's all to do with autoimmune.
Yeah, and trauma, body trauma. So it could well be. And also, they put me on some trial drugs, and they've been doing research into that, and they think that sometimes that could bring on fibro as well.
Yeah, because you've
So
had a lot of operations
yeah,
and stuff. So without getting too caught up in that detail, it's been quite a really, really extremely challenging journey, hasn't it?
yeah, 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 very challenging.
So is there any more that you want to say about that?
I mean, like the opera, I mean, it changed my course in life. So although at the time, because obviously it's there's a lot of trauma involved with that, and it was very the operations were very painful and all the rest of it, and you have to work through being a different person because ultimately I had, body part removed and things like that. So, but I think now I kind of see it as like it's put me on this path because had I who knows, but say that hadn't none of that had happened, maybe I would still be doing the same job because I was predominantly doing shop work, and I was unhappy in the work that I was stuck
And
in.
that was getting increasingly harder to do due to your
Yeah,
disability, and then at that time the undiagnosed fibromyalgia.
yeah, yeah. So it's kind of changed my course. And then I kind of, with all the coaching and everything that we've done as well, um, I've realised like my identity. And I think it was like about 2 years ago, I came out as non-binary and I changed my name. So kind of, I think to myself, without all of that, maybe I would still be stuck. Who knows? So
So
yeah,
again, for anybody listening, your identity is your own, and we take on identities from the moment we come into the world, really, because we're told we're either good or we're bad, or and we can adopt all of these things as identities. And for you to completely go on this journey of transformation of mind and body as such, because you're learning new ways to support yourself physically, you've then created as such or evolved into the identity that you feel you've always meant to be.
yeah, yeah.
Wouldn't necessarily have known that from the start.
No, no. And it's helped me figure a lot of things out as to why I wasn't happy about this and why, why I wasn't happy about that. And now I just feel at peace. Like it felt like when I figured it out, I was like, oh, that makes sense. It was like a revelation.
Yeah.
I didn't really, because different generation as well, you don't necessarily realize it was even a, a, a thing. Do you know what I mean? Like no one really knows. And you could,
Those those light bulb those light bulb moments.
yeah, yeah. And it came on. And literally, like, once I realized, I was like, oh, this is what I need to do. And with the whole name change thing, that was massive for me, like massive. And it felt like a weight had been lifted. I felt a weight come off me. So, you know,
Bi-generational. I just want everybody to know that I am Gen X, which is the most fabulous one of all.
X. Yes, Gen Xers. I'm only just, but I'm still Gen X.
Only just. I'm not sure if you're allowed.
I was born in 78. I'm definitely Gen
Only just.
Yeah.
Okay, so for anybody listening, we're UK based. So in the UK, you're able to change your name legally and officially via deed poll.
People.
And I'm not sure what the version is in other countries, but I'm quite sure that it's possible for you to do that. Wherever you are, there must be a version of it.
Yeah, they've just got different versions. I know that in America they can, and it's a different kind of thing, but it's the same, you know?
It needn't necessarily be that you've decided that you're non-binary or anything else. It could just be that you want to choose your name
Yeah,
because there's various reasons. There could be an estrangement between biological relatives, or you could just not feel aligned with the name that you were given and want to choose a different one.
yeah, yeah, which happens with people, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So,
But again, it's realizing that these things are possible, that you can create your version of reality and you can create your identity as well.
yeah, yeah,
Right. So I've got another question for you. Now, I know, and you know, that you have a YouTube channel.
yes.
So, for anyone interested in starting their own, what advice would you give them to get started?
First of all, just start, because there's a lot of people that would be stuck because they're like going, oh, but I need this equipment, oh, but I need that equipment, because some of the stuff they may have looked up, like say they're looking it up on YouTube or Googling it, everyone's got different advice about it. So it might be stating you
Yeah.
need this, this, and this. They're like, oh, I can't because I haven't got this camera or, the tech. But literally just start, because that's what I did. I just I just started doing it. And it's just grown.
So some people are not able to start because they're held in fear and they won't necessarily know that it's fear holding them back
Mm.
because we've all got limiting beliefs. However long and hard you work on yourself, there's always, it's like layers, it will uncover something else. So there could be limiting beliefs of fear, of getting started, of visibility, what will people think?
Yeah,
There's so many other things as well. That is what I can help everybody with. The
yeah,
tech side of it is what you can help people with.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a good point, actually. I have heard people say, and it written online and stuff, that they were worried about what people thought if they had a YouTube channel. So
Yeah.
that's a good point. And I was like, which wasn't really my concern. Um, but literally, I was just thinking, shall I just do it? And in the end, I just did it one night, and then that
Yeah.
was it. So yeah,
No looking back. So nice piece of advice for everybody is just get started. Can you give like just a bit more of a YouTube tip?
yeah. Have good thumbnails. So design them like on Canva, which is a little design app. You can get Canva for you. There's a paid version, but there's a free version. So you could do it on that or any other kind of graphic design tools that you use. There's loads out there. But yeah, make them good and punchy. And the thumbnail, for anyone who doesn't understand what that is, it's literally the picture that you see when you're scrolling up and down YouTube. It's the pictures that you're seeing that are overlaid the video. So they only like sit on there for like 1 second, don't they? So as soon as you hit play, they disappear. But
Yeah.
they're just to draw you in. So yeah, make them good. And brand, if you've got your own branding, you can brand them or not. It's up to you.
Yeah. So slightly different ways of doing it. However, there seems to be kind of trends and a certain look
Yeah.
generally to YouTube and to your specific channel. You can create a look. So I'm going to use the word we because I'm involved in this as well. So we have got some YouTube channels. So one of them is predominantly run by Evan, and I kind of help out with the mindset and creative ideas, and that's Mystery Mythos, and that's an AI generated channel. There will be more added to that, and we're going to talk more about that in a moment. There's Melancholy Mentor, which is my channel, but Evan does the editing and puts it together. Now, both of these channels, Mystery Mythos and Melancholy Mentor, are for radio plays and dramas. So by that, we get the audio of the radio play and drama that's already been created and overlay of a video. So the audio goes with a video. And on Mystery Mythos, it's AI generated. And on the Melancholy Mentor channel, it's where I go filming out and about on the coast. South coast of the UK mainly. And if I'm traveling around, then I take the tripod and phone with me and record in other places. So if you find Melancholy Mentor, there is a podcast attached to that as well, where Evan and I just chat to each other about highlighting each episode that we've got on the Melancholy Mentor channel.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, what's next for you, Evan?
Right. I want to do some on location filming. I'm quite interested in kind of getting out there, getting out there and doing some filming. I'm trying to at the moment I'm doing some kind of research really into kind of maybe haunted places or places of mystery. And I'm looking at Paul, like, because that's where we're at. So, and there's quite a lot that happens around Paul as well. So,
So Poole is a coastal town in Dorset, and that's where we're actually based. So it's on
yeah,
the south coast of England.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm very interested in doing that. What else? I've just bought a synthesizer, which I'm very excited about.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen this yet.
no, no, no. I've only seen a picture of it myself. Hopefully it's
Oh,
good.
it's not arrived yet.
No, no, it's a blue synthesizer. And I've done quite a lot of research. I wanted a synthesizer for the longest time. Like I've never even touched one. So this is a big deal. And I'm thinking, um, I could make my own little bits of music to go behind my videos of Mystery Mythos or as little intros, because obviously then I wouldn't have an issue with trying to clear music like
Yeah.
legally.
And with the music in, if you're using YouTube in YouTube Studio,
Yeah.
you get access to approved music in there. You can get royalty-free music or purchase the music. It's not always a given that you can then use it on all social media platforms. There can be some issues with that. And
Mm,
obviously, if you own the music, you've still got to prove it as well. And
yeah.
whatever platform you use, if you're using social media platforms, it's always better to either own the music or be the creator of it and be able to prove that. Even then, potentially there are some issues, or use the pre-approved music that's for each platform so it can change.
Yeah. 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 That's it. So that's the idea anyway with the whole
Because
synth
we
thing.
we had an issue with one of our intros, didn't we? Which is why
We
that
did.
came to mind. Yeah, we
Yeah,
had to change it.
yeah. Even though we paid for the track, and you
Mm.
even get a confirmation email saying, you can use this for whatever because you've paid for it, it still wouldn't clear.
Mm.
So so yeah, it can still be a problem.
Yeah, so there's little challenges and little bumps in the road, and we are able to deal with them because we've got that toolkit and that kind of resources. And working as a team as well, we tend to find on days when Evan's more tired, I'm not,
No.
and at times when I'm very, I'm very, I'm quite a easily distracted person.
Yeah.
and I twitch a lot and stuff like that. So quite often I've gone off chasing a squirrel or something, and then Evan can kind of be the grounding force and bring me back again. So we work well as a team, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. It's like you say, we kind of support each other, don't we? So it works.
So what I'm going to do now is just say that there are various ways of working with us. So that means paid and complimentary services. So you can have me as your coach and Evan as your dedicated tech support. If you're curious about your next steps, whether you're facing a specific challenge or feeling stuck or simply wanting to organise your ideas, I'd recommend Clarity Quest, which including a discovery call, because I'll give you kind of tips and insights during the discovery call. It's 5 hours of transformative coaching, and that's one-to-one with me. It's very affordable. It's available. You can find details on our website. And as a bonus with Clarity Quest, you get an additional session. So on top of that, you'll also get a dedicated session with Evan,
Yeah.
who will provide expert support in tech such as Canva, YouTube training. They're quite skilled in WordPress because our own website is built on WordPress, MailerLite, and a basic podcast setup. Plus, you'll gain insights to enhance your skills and your projects. So, depending on what creative endeavor you want to do,
Yeah.
and if you want to have a goal setting, creative kind of structured process around that, then we can help you with that.
Mm.
Um, So, Evan, thank you for sharing your story and your insights. A little bit about your story. We've kind of, alluded to that, but we can talk more about it in the future. I believe that what you've shared can really inspire and motivate our audience to take that first step towards their own creative goals, because we've all got challenges, whether they be mind or body, and there are ways of just moving forward, and the pace can be set at your own.
Mm-hmm.
It's no we can all be influenced by what others are doing or what other businesses are doing or what other self-improvement seekers are doing. This path, this journey is your own, and the timeline is your own. And we can also be good advocates for that, I think.
Definitely. Yeah.
So if you're interested in learning more about Evan and what they do, you can visit their YouTube channel, which
Yeah.
is mystery_mythos.
Yeah. Mystery_mythos.
On Instagram, which you go through phases with Instagram, don't you? You're probably similar to me.
Yeah.
So on Instagram, your mystery mythos. Now, anybody that finds us on social media, we don't have a massive social media presence because we're kind of doing things a lot of the time in the background. Because I'm on Instagram as well. My Instagram's sometimes I forget about it. So, and of course, our Facebook group,
Yeah.
Creative Flow and Business, skill development and networking. So it's creative flow and business, skill development and networking. I currently, at the time of this recording, presumably this word is going to be allowed, I'm suspended
Yeah.
from Facebook and Messenger, and we don't know why. So I'm working to get back. But Evan's running all of that at the moment. You can find us via our website as well. So visit our ever evolving website, which is because we do it ourselves, which is www.melancholymentor.com. So it's
Mm-hmm.
www.melancholymentor.com. You can find out a little bit more about us, find our podcast, our other podcast, our YouTube channels. We'd love you to kind of be part of our journey, and we'd love it if you let us be part of yours.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in more content like this, be sure to check out Melancholy Coaching on YouTube. Until next time, stay curious and keep igniting your creative potential. Bye
Bye.
for now. Thank you for joining me on the Melancholy Coaching podcast. I'd love you to subscribe. For queries or to connect, email info@melancholymentor.com. Until next time, keep igniting your creative potential.